Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video and thanks for tuning in. The theme this week seems to be pairs of twos, and it all begins in Maxwell, New Mexico. On October 6th, 2025, at around 4 in the morning local time, a military pilot, an aviation expert, was driving north on Interstate 25 when bright lights caught his attention to the east. He pulled into the Thaxton North Rest area, got out of his vehicle, and walked to the edge to get a better look. What he saw was strange. Bright white lights, sometimes glowing red, appeared in the sky. At times there was only one, other times there were as many as three. They would appear suddenly, descend slowly, move sideways, and then fade away, only to appear again moments later. The lights moved faster than an airplane, but not fast enough to be meteors. He took photos and video with his phone as he watched them for nearly 20 minutes. What makes this sighting even more curious is that it wasn't the first time he had seen them. Just 3 nights earlier, on October 3rd in Alamogordo, New Mexico, he and several others had witnessed the same lights, the same behavior, the same sudden appearances and fade-outs, as if repeating a pattern across the New Mexico sky. On September 28th, 2025, around 9:30 at night in Athens, Alabama, several witnesses saw strange lights moving through the sky. They appeared white to yellowish, sometimes changing color, sometimes hovering or darting around each other before fading out. These sightings have been happening almost nightly since August, always around the same time, but no aircraft or satellites were recorded in the area. After months of watching, people finally decided to report what they'd been seeing.
You see the 2 bright lights? There's 3 now. There's 3 lights. You see the 3?
Like that one, okay?
Yeah. See how they're moving around? Now they're gonna disappear, Gio. Oh, 2 disappeared. One just came back. Now it's disappearing. That one's still moving slowly. You see what I'm saying? Those are the UFO we're talking. Now they're all gone.
That one's not
Nope,
gone.
that one's gone. That one's come back. You see it, right?
Yeah, while you're watching it.
Yeah. Now he's gone.
Two of them.
A woman and her daughter were wrapping up their visit to the beach when something unusual caught their attention. The little girl pointed up and said, "Look, there's an orb." High above them, a bright white sphere hovered against the grey clouds, silent, steady, glowing softly. Then a second orb appeared beside it, perfectly aligned and just as still. Both lights held their place in the sky without blinking or moving. After a minute, one faded out, and then reappeared higher up, like it had simply shifted dimensions. When they checked flight radar, there were no aircraft anywhere nearby. 2 glowing orbs, floating quietly above the California coast, seen only because a child happened to look up.
Oh shit, what is that? There's the object. Not sure what it is. Not sure what that is. It's definitely moving. Yep, behind the trees. Yep. That's pretty high. That is in the thousands of feet above, because I could look up from my vantage point. Yeah, this is as far as I can zoom. Yep.
Just after 5:30 in the evening, a resident standing in their backyard noticed something moving across the sky, a white, lumpy-shaped object drifting east at a steady pace. It was about the size of a school bus, uneven in form, and silent as it passed overhead. The witness filmed it for a little over a minute before it disappeared beyond the trees. Whatever it was, it moved calmly across the afternoon sky, leaving only questions and a short recording behind. October 2nd, 2025. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Around 11:46 in the morning, a driver heading west on 98th Avenue noticed two objects flying in tight formation across the northern sky. They appeared dark at first, almost like black discs, moving fast and perfectly in sync. Then, without warning, both began to pulse with bright light, shifting back and forth between glowing orbs and dark silhouettes. The witness pulled over, stepped out, and tried to capture them on video. But within moments, the objects moved out of sight and then vanished completely.
Literally seeing two UFOs on video right now.
What the fuck?
I think that's a satellite. Honestly. Yeah, I think that's a satellite. Looks like it. Yep, because I see like the square in it.
A now deleted post on Reddit described another sighting near Oklahoma City earlier this month. The witness said they were facing east toward the airport when a bright light appeared in the sky. At first, they thought it was a helicopter with its spotlight on, but there were no navigation lights, and it never passed overhead. It didn't match a plane or a satellite. The witness said the object faded away, but after watching the end of the video a few times, I'm not convinced. It looks more like the object blasts off from its position, accelerating at what seems to be supersonic speed. Take a look for yourself and see what you think. A video began circulating among friends online, showing what appeared to be two unusual clouds moving together above the city during the day. The post offered little context, just the footage itself. But one commenter from Sydney added something interesting. They said they'd seen the same formation the night before, 2 points of bright white light, angled slightly like a diamond, gliding across the sky in a perfectly straight line. It moved fast, crossing what would normally take a plane 10 or 20 seconds to cover in just 2. Then it vanished behind a cloud. They said it wasn't a shooting star, a satellite, or any known aircraft. Just a pair of glowing shapes racing across the night sky, gone as quickly as they appeared.
We just get there.
Hold on, brother.
We?
Hey, Morgan, hush.
Which
Morgan.
It was late morning in Midlothian, Virginia. Clear skies, bright sunlight. A driver heading through a suburban area glanced up and caught sight of something metallic in the sky. At first they brushed it off, maybe a bird, a balloon, or a plane catching the light. But a second look changed their mind. The object wasn't moving like anything familiar. It was perfectly round, reflective like polished metal, and seemed to glide eastward without sound. The witness pulled into a parking lot and filmed it, camera pointed north toward the sky. Checking the flight radar app showed no planes or aircraft in that direction. Just a single metallic sphere, hovering above the neighborhood, drifting away in silence. July 31st, 2023. A clear morning sky, calm air, and what began as an ordinary walk turned into something unforgettable. A small group of witnesses, one of them an experienced UFO researcher, noticed several objects moving silently above them. They pulled out a phone and began recording. The objects appeared at 5:06 in the morning, hovering calmly against the pale blue sky. The witnesses described the moment as peaceful, almost mesmerizing, until something strange happened. As soon as they decided to switch from their phone to a video camera for better footage, the objects vanished. Instantly. No clouds to hide behind, no trails, nothing. It left them with the feeling that the objects somehow knew, as if they were aware of being observed too closely. In their own words, they weren't trying to prove anything, only to share what they experienced. And what they captured that morning left them with more questions than answers. One evening in Los Angeles, a resident leaving a local bar noticed 3 white spherical lights in the sky. They were arranged in a near-perfect triangular formation, holding steady above the city before fading away. The post didn't include many details, but several people online claimed to have seen the same thing, one as far away as Melbourne, Australia. 3 lights, 2 continents, one formation that vanished without a trace. Thanks for watching all the way through. I hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I'll see you again next week with something new. Until then, take care everyone.